Okay, I'm here with Gary, owner of Lady Pamela, and we're just going to talk a little bit about this boat. It's a 57 Navigator Rivel. The Rival model meaning that the owner's suite or master stateroom is split away from the other two suites, and so you have a lot more privacy, and it's a very, very comfortable stateroom. If you'd like to see it, you can look at my walkthrough video, which also will be posted under Big Boat Bin as well here on YouTube. Gary, can you tell me a little bit about this boat? First off, what year is it?
It's a 2003.
Okay. And how long have you owned it?
I've owned it since 2000 and late 2006
Mm-hmm.
or early 2007, right in there.
Okay. And so there's an interesting story with this boat. It spent some time, a good portion of its life apparently, on a freshwater lake. Is that correct?
Correct. In Phoenix, Arizona, on Lake Pleasant. I kept it in under covered storage, of course. But we just kind of outgrew that and wanted to come back and cruise in San Diego Bay and around, and then so we moved it.
Yeah.
Cost twice as much to bring it here as it did to take it there.
Oh man! So I know that it's in impeccable condition, and you can really tell that it spent a good portion of its life in fresh water, and that's really neat. It's just such a clean boat. Tell me about the fishing equipment that you have on this boat.
Well, it has a built-in live well, which is quite large, larger than normal. It has the outriggers, and it has rocket launchers on the back that were all custom made. This was all custom done after the boat was purchased.
Okay.
Of top quality.
Uh-huh. And isn't the wood in this boat an upgraded thing as well?
Yes, there's many upgrades on this boat. This is the high gloss cherry upgrade. The interior is a very expensive upgrade. All the interior products in the boat. This boat, it has a water system in it.
Doesn't it make it? I think it makes like 60 gallons per day.
I think it's 36.
36 gallons per day.
Yeah, per day.
Okay.
And the list just goes on. It's numerous. The 750 gallon extra fuel tanks. It has the bigger 430 Volvo engines.
The high performance.
The high performance Volvo engine.
Now this has a bow thruster as well.
It has a bow thruster, correct.
And then just for everyone watching, if you look over my right shoulder here, you'll see that it has bow thruster and throttle controls here, so you can pretty much park this boat or back down on a fish or do anything you need to do right from here from the back deck. All right, getting back to what we were talking about. Gary, can you tell me about the recent work that's been done on this boat just to put it in a condition to where it should fly through survey? In fact, it already has been surveyed.
Correct. It's not put in a condition, is not the proper terminology. It's keeping it in the condition that I demand. I'm very passionate about everything that I own and do. I like light bulbs. If there's a light bulb that's out, it just drives me crazy. So I'll go to the marine store, get light bulbs, and I keep extra sets of everything on the boat. So when the bottom needed to be painted, I had the complete exterior of the boat surveyed, and including the engine room and the generator and everything else, by Admiralty Marine, which is the local Volvo dealer. And then I went ahead and did all the required maintenance at that time, hoses, everything that needed to be done. Plus I had a minute little oil leak, so I had that fixed in the transmission. So I'm just passionate about how I keep things. I'm the same way when I was in the automobile business, and the same way at my winery. It's either this way or it's no way.
Yeah.
And that's how I maintain my boat. I refurbished the props, painted the bottom, all new zincs, and had Doug Emily also do a complete survey of the exterior of the boat.
Right. Didn't you put, I know it's standard to put one shaft seal. For people that are really, really into maintaining their boat in long-range travel, I know it's standard to put one shaft seal above the shaft seal installed. I noticed when I was down there the other day, you have two shaft seals on each side.
Yes, because shaft seals only have a certain life. Some are longer than others, but just in case you put one in and it's not up to par, and you have an additional just in case you need it.
Yeah.
Because when you're out,
right,
and you got a problem,
right,
They can't just come right out and help you.
Yeah, most of us that end up changing the shafts, you'll see, probably haven't done it that often, so that's a good idea. You've got let's say a get out of jail free card there.
Yes, sir. I believe I don't go to jail.
Now, those surveys and the bottom paint and all the work that was performed, when was that done?
That was done in, I believe, right around July
Of this
of
year?
this year.
2011,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, and then we did another maintenance about 7 or 8 months prior to that.
Okay.
Other repairs and odds and ends.
New batteries.
Just normal, yeah, the boat has new batteries, oil, hoses, all your high pressure lines, power steering lines, and anything that had any form of the least little bit of rust or corrosion on them.
So you did the manifolds and the cooling system, because that's a big source of
flushed
corrosion.
all of that stuff out. It has one new turbo, because over a period of time you can get little pit holes in the, I think it's the exhaust risers that come up with water. So I replaced both of those, and I had one turbo that was a little sluggish, so I replaced that. That was 6 months prior. Like I say, the boat was running fine and this and that, but it was a problem that might creep up in the future if I'm out. So
Yeah,
I fixed everything. That
I
came
understand.
Up, so.
Okay, now this boat's equipped with satellite television, and tell me a little bit about the barbecue, or I guess it's like more of a stovetop, and
Well,
it's kind of a special one.
Well, it's a Gen Air, electric Gen Air,
Okay,
and it's never been used.
okay.
There's a brand new refrigerator up there, 2 or 3 years ago. You know, salt air. I had a few little rust spots on the edges of the refrigerator, so I got rid of that and bought a brand new refrigerator just like it. Took quite a bit of work because it wasn't easy to find that particular model the same way.
Well, it's a big one,
Yeah,
and it
it's a
has a
big
built-in ice maker.
Yes, it has a built-in ice maker up top. There's another built-in ice maker up here. That refrigerator virtually's never been used, and neither has the Gen Air. It's never been used. There's a few things on this boat that's never been used.
Like the bunk beds.
Like the bunk beds have never been used. Yes, correct.
Yeah, they're still in the plastic.
Still in the plastic. The boarding ladder's never been used.
Uh-huh.
It's still strapped to the, going down to the engine room. Another nice thing about this boat, it has a tremendous amount of storage below the engine room. Plus, you have a silent-proof, insulated door between the actual engine room and the storage room. Another thing about the Rival that a lot of people don't realize is the size of the aft deck. It's huge.
Yes, it is
It's
huge.
12 foot wide, and I think it's 9 or 10 feet. In width and length. It's I think it's 9 by 12.
You could set a table for 8 out there if you wanted
Oh,
to.
easy. My wife and I had a love seat, 3 chairs, and 2 tables on the deck, and still had plenty of room. I mean, it's a very roomy. Another thing with the Rival versus the Classic, your main salon is much larger, and you have a great separation between the salon and the galley and the dining table. But most important is the separation of the stateroom and the size of the stateroom.
I hear you. Yeah, it's very big. Full-size queen bed. Now, how many hours are on this boat presently?
Approximately 206.
206.
And there's only
Wow.
137, I think, on the generator, if my memory serves me.
Excellent. Well, hey, thank you for taking the time with us, Gary. Once again, I'm Ben Masonheimer with Silver Seas Yachts. We're offering this boat for sale. It's here at our docks on Shelter Island, 2385 Shelter Island Drive. Come down and take a look. If you're looking to go cruising or just want an amazing condo on the water, you couldn't do much better than this boat. I was talking with Gary the other day and found out this thing has a garbage disposal on it. It is as close to a house as you can possibly get on the water. So come on down and take a look. I believe Gary would not fault me for saying he's a very motivated seller. He's very busy with his winery up north and just doesn't have the time for the boat. So it's on the market, and bring all offers. Gary, you'd said something about possibly wanting a small lake boat, 35 to 38 feet for Powell.
Actually, for Lake Pleasant or Lake Roosevelt. Yeah. This is my 39th boat, so I might as well top it off with number 40.
Might as well.
I have 2 right now, so I might as well add another one to the fleet. But, this is a great boat. And like you say, I would not sell this boat. I wouldn't even consider it if time constraints were not an issue. After I retired, I found I have less time for pleasure than when I had 72 employees.
That's good, though. That'll keep you young.
Another thing, I'm leaving that beautiful clock,
Oh, yeah.
barometer that was a Christmas present from my wife, but I put few little holes in the
Yeah.
wood, and I'm not about to take them, but those are very special.
Uh-huh.
So I hope someone that buys this boat enjoys it as much as we have, and believe me, it's cruise ready.
Okay, thank you, Gary.